Hey everybody. It's raining here in North Georgia. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's definitely loud on the metal roofing. Been a rough 10, 14 days. Just when I think things can't get any worse and that we've hit rock bottom, here we are limbo dancing in hell. I used to think this will be the one. This will be the one that will get us to change. This will be the one where we finally say it's enough. And it's never enough. It's never going to change. I don't mean to be defeatist. I don't mean to engage in nihilism, but come on. If everything leading up to this wasn't enough, whatever will be? I'm originally from upstate New York. I have family that grew up in western New York. The racist, disgusting shooting that happened at the Tops Market has already been eclipsed by Texas. We have more guns than people in this country. We are the only country that has more guns than people. We are also the only country where this happens regularly. And we just throw up our hands. To paraphrase The Onion, what can we do? Says the only country in the world where this regularly happens. The Second Amendment authorizes a well-regulated militia. That was expanded in the D.C. case to say that gives the individual the right to bear arms. The well-regulated portion just went right out the window. But every right, every amendment has limitations. The First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to peaceably assemble, has restrictions. And that was the first. They put it first because it was the most important. But you can't libel, can't slander, you can't incite people to violence. We don't view those as unreasonable restrictions. So why is the Second Amendment so sacrosanct that it cannot be touched? Supreme Court just ruled, Sixth Amendment. If you are convicted at a state level of a crime and you had inadequate representation and you have evidence that was not presented due to faulty representation, you are not allowed to present that new evidence at a federal level. We restrict every amendment and every right within reason. Why can we not be reasonable about the Second Amendment. And before you write me off as, some hippy dippy, I used to be a gun owner back when I lived in Colorado. Yeah, really. I had a Glock 19 Gen 4 9mm. Willingly gave to my wife in the divorce. And we bought it for self-protection. Our house was broken into while I was traveling. I am not anti-gun. I am not saying that all guns need to be taken away. But for God's sake, let's be reasonable. Thoughts and prayers ain't cutting it. We offer that up every single time. And this keeps happening. I'm not even going to go into I need my guns to protect me from a tyrannical government, because you ain't beating the government. Sorry. You can say, oh, well, look at the insurgents in Afghanistan. Look at the insurgents in Syria, or Iraq, or Vietnam, or North Korea. Anywhere that we've had a war and we've gone up against the local population and they've been able to stalemate us, let's go with the stalemate. These were people that were trained to fight. They did not have the technology that our government does. Let me ask you this. A lot of the people that say they need their guns to protect themselves and to overthrow a potentially tyrannical government. A lot of these people are also very fond of our military and very supportive of the various branches. If you think that you and your buddies are able to stave off a military approach, do you think that little of our military? Do you think our military is so poor, so poorly trained, that you would be able to defeat them? Do you really support our military if you think that little of them? If you think that the military is going to be mobilized to come and quote unquote take your guns, if that was a lawful order, do you think they would follow it? They took an oath to defend the Constitution. Donald Trump retweeted a post calling for civil war. He swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. Is calling for civil war being faithful to the oath he took? You have the option of thinking that we have the best well-equipped, the best well-trained, the most duty-bound and constitutionally faithful military in the world. Or you think that you can defeat the greatest military in the world. You can't have both. I'm not anti-military. I'm not anti-gun. We just want our children to stop fucking dying.